There are a lot of talking heads claiming that Ubisoft receiving an injection of $1.16 billion from Chinese-owned Tencent is somehow a major success for gamers. The opposite is true. Ubisoft is a super woke company. They made it very clear that they are woke. They've doubled down on the woke, especially while promoting Assassin's Creed Shadows. One needs to look no further than Mark Alexis Cote, the executive producer for Assassin's Creed's comments about Assassin's Creed Shadows and how they would not be cowed by any criticism of the game, noting that it was woke or DEI. So they doubled down on that. It's all over their website. They had huge failures of games over the past year in 2024. And now, guess what? It doesn't even matter that they had all those losses because they're getting $1.16 billion from Tencent. They are getting rewarded. The people who were pushing all of this stuff are paying no consequences. They are still getting tons and tons and tons of cash. This is not an L for Ubisoft. This is an L for gamers who are going to have to suffer more woke propaganda that Ubisoft is going to make with this $1.16 billion from Chinese-owned Tencent. So this is what I'm talking about. I wrote this up over at phantompulse.com. Ubisoft announced a brand new subsidiary based on its Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six brands, and that it will be supported by an injection of $1.16 billion or euros from Chinese-owned Tencent. In a press release, Ubisoft said that the injection of that 1.16 billion euros from Tencent comes in exchange for a minority stake in the new subsidiary. That minority stake is 25% economic interest. So I've seen people trying to say like, oh, they had to sell to the Chinese and give a quarter of this new subsidiary or whatever. And somehow that's an L for Ubisoft. It's like, no, they just have another partner who's going to be funneling them cash and could be funneling them cash into the near future. And even after that, right? Like it's not an L at all. It's not an L. The press release goes on to detail that the subsidiary will focus on building game ecosystems designed to become truly evergreen and multi-platform. Backed by greater investment and boosted creative capacities, it will drive further increases in quality of narrative solo experiences, expand multiplayer offerings with increased frequency of content release, introduce free-to-play touch points, and integrate more social features. So I'm not sure exactly how this new subsidiary is going to do something that they weren't already doing. They haven't really talked about that. So this just feels like a bunch of PR talking points right here. Because why weren't you doing this to begin with, right? before this injection of 1.16 billion euros. The new subsidiary will include teams developing the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry franchises based in Montreal, Quebec, Sherbrooke, Saguenay, Barcelona, and Sofia, as well as the back catalog and any new games currently under development to be deployed. And obviously, there will be some kind of like licensing arrangement where the main Ubisoft license this, all of these franchises out, etc., to the other ones. So it's basically how Disney pays itself with Disney Plus, right? That looks like that's exactly what Ubisoft is doing. So Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said in a statement, as we accelerate the company's transformation, this is a foundational step in changing Ubisoft's operating model that will enable us to be both agile and ambitious. We are focused on building strong game ecosystems designed to become evergreen, growing high-performing brands, and creating new IPs powered by cutting-edge and emerging technologies. With the creation of a dedicated subsidiary that will spearhead development for 3 of our largest franchises and the onboarding of Tencent as a minority investor, we are crystallizing the value of our assets, strengthening our balance sheet, and creating the best conditions for these franchises' long-term growth and success. With its dedicated and autonomous leadership team, it will focus on transforming these 3 brands into unique ecosystems. We are committed to building a sharper, more focused organization, one where talented teams will take our brands to the next level, accelerate the growth of emerging franchises, and lead innovation in next-generation technologies and services, all with the goal of delivering enriching, memorable games that exceed players' expectations and create superior value for our shareholders and other stakeholders. Tencent president Martin Lau said, "We are excited to extend our long-standing partnership with Ubisoft through this investment, which reflects our continued confidence in Ubisoft's creative vision and exceptional talent to drive sustained success in the industry. We see the immense potential for these franchises to evolve into long-term, evergreen game platforms and create engaging new experiences for gamers." So that doesn't sound like a company that is taking an L. Sounds like a company that is getting a $1.16 billion injection and is going to be able to continue pushing their sick, evil, twisted agenda on to gamers through their various franchises, whether that be Assassin's Creed, whether that be Far Cry, or whether that be Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. And they're not going to have to face any kind of financial repercussions for pushing those agendas. This is a massive, massive L for gamers. And again, kind of been trying to get people clued in on this, and it just doesn't seem like people are getting it. Novelist Isaac Young kind of talked about this. When did we write this up? Back in January. This is the beginning of January, on January 1st. And he talks about how The Acolyte was actually a smashing success for why it was a smashing success. And he says Disney spent around $200 million on The Acolyte. That money didn't vanish into thin air. It went into the pockets of their activists, their people. The Acolyte was a smashing success. It was a massive wealth transfer to their clients while inciting mainstream outrage. And you can literally see this is going to happen with Ubisoft as well. Yves Guillemot, the Guillemot family, all of these people that are in the upper management, Mark Alexis Cote, they aren't going to get fired. They aren't going to pay any repercussions. They just got a huge injection of money, of cash from Tencent. They're getting rewarded that way. And then even if they are not, that's not just being funneled into their own personal pockets. It's going to be funneled into this new subsidiaries pockets, where they're going to be pushing the same woke agenda that they've been pushing in all of their other games. That stuff isn't going away. We can go to Ubisoft's website and see that it's all over what this company does right here, right? We go to, where is it here? Go to their little social impact page right here. And you go to, where is it here? I don't know if they might have changed it. Here it is. About us, diversity, inclusion, accessibility. It's literally all over their company's website, right? I mean, they say it right here. Our vision of diversity and inclusion is multidimensional. That's why we've designed a strategy centered around 4 pillars: colleagues, culture, content, and community. For Ubisoft, putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do means providing an environment where employees can thrive, building open-minded communities where players can connect, and creating games that reflect the diversity of the world we live in. We will not accomplish all these goals overnight. No, they're not. And so they just got $1.16 billion to do it over who knows how many years. And I mean, you go through here, they talk about how they have illegal hiring practices. We will keep fostering a culture of inclusion where our teams feel seen, heard, and valued. To support this, we will empower global and local employee resource groups to support global teams as they develop their understanding of inclusion and belonging for all. We will create gaming experiences that push representation forward by embedding diversity and inclusion across our processes, increasing representation in our teams, and offering access to resources that help teams to build more authentic, inclusive, and accessible gaming experiences. Again, if they have any kind of offices in the United States, this is illegal. Increasing representation in our teams there clearly means they have some kind of quotas where you have to hire people based on skin color and sex, right? So this is what this company does, right? It's on their website. It's very clear that that's what they're doing, and they just got 1.16 billion euros to further implement it. This is not a win at all. Anyone telling you this is a win is duping you. This is a massive, massive L for gamers, as one of the largest companies is going to continue to push this agenda, continue to indoctrinate people, continue to make games that aren't games at all, but are propaganda. But let me know what you guys make of this. Do you agree? Do you think I'm completely off the mark? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.